Hello, my name is Cassandra Hill, and my research project was the quantitative determination of cannabinoids in CBD oil via HPLC with UV detection. So what are cannabinoids? So cannabinoids are terpene-phenolic compounds that are produced in the cannabis sativa plant. There's been about 90 compounds mentioned in literature. Some of them are breakdowns of others. The predominant compounds found are THC, CBD, and CBN. The most common one is THC due to the high or the euphoric effect it gives people. And how it's able to do that is due to its ability to bind to the CB1 receptors in our body. And when it binds to the CB1 receptor, it causes release of dopamine. So this picture basically supports of how most of these compounds are breakdowns of others. So the three I have highlighted here are the ones that I studied, which were CBD, delta-9 THC, and CBN. So the main purpose why I did this project is because CBD is not yet regulated by the FDA, and because of that, it brings concerns that some of these hemp oils may not have the levels of CBD they claim to contain. Therefore, I hypothesized that there would be a difference in the amount of cannabinoids in the hemp oil versus what's claimed by the label. So the instrument that I used to quantify how many cannabinoids in these hemp oils was the high performance liquid chromatograph, or the HPLC. And we use this for the separation or the quantitative determination, in my case, of cannabinoids that are in hemp oils. So if we look at this apparatus here, you start off with a solvent. In my case, I use methanol and water. And those solvents are pushed up to the column using a solvent pump. And then you have an injector, which you inject your hemp oil sample into the apparatus. And all that stuff runs up to the HPLC column. So the HPLC column is really important because that's where the separation occurs. And so the separation occurs due to the different polarities between THC, CBD, and CBN. And then an instrument I used, you had either a fluorescence or a UV vis detector that you could have used. And then all that goes onto the computer. Once you can integrate your peak areas, and from then on, you're able to quantify how much cannabinoids are in a given sample. So these are the HPLC conditions that I used here. I want to focus on the bottom part with the mobile phases. So in my project, I did a gradient elution, which at the beginning of my 12-minute run, I started with 75% methanol, and towards the end, it gradually increased to 95% methanol. And then water was the opposite. So it started with 25% water, and then at the end, it decreased to 5% water. And so this is an example of a chromatograph of one of the oils that I tested. So you see here, you see that huge peak of CBD, and then the other ones you see is CBN and THC. And on the right, I have a chart here that shows you the retention times that are highlighted that correspond to the peaks that are labeled. Now, one of the questions you may ask is, what is all that other stuff on the left there, all those other peaks? And what those other peaks are actually different things in the oil that we didn't test. But one way you could have tested is using a mass spectrometer. So these are my results of all the 6 hemp oils that I tested. So the range of THC found in hemp oils was found below the detection limit to about 8.41 milligrams, and range of CBD was about 36.3 milligrams to 374, and CBN was below the detection limit to about 5.66 milligrams. So to conclude, a HPLC method was successfully developed for determination of CBD, THC, and CBN in hemp oils. A total of six hemp oils were analyzed. The Appalachian Chemist Company Elixir and Diamond CBD hemp oils contained the amount of CBD specified on the label. The pure CBD oil only contained about 72% of what was contained on the label, or specified on the label. And the Neuraleaf Naturals and the Jolly Green contained about 30 to 50% higher CBD than specified on the label. And no THC was found in hemp oils that claimed to not have THC. And this is my works cited, and I would like to express my gratitude or to acknowledge the School of Pharmacy and to Rebecca Linger for allowing us to go over there and use their HPLC. And I'd like to thank the chemistry department for providing me with standards, samples, and equipment to complete my project. And I would like to thank Dr. Haas for his guidance. And I hope you guys enjoy the video, and thanks for watching.